Jesus. How am I going to do this now? There's not enough space. Well, I guess one will have to do.
Hey Matthias, ready for another review
Hey,
Thursday?
Sebastian.
Hey man, how you doing?
Good to see you, finally.
What
Everyone's
is
been missing you.
cool?
Good to have you back.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
What is happening, man?
Don't tell me you forgot.
I can't remember.
Don't tell me you forgot. Man, it's our 50th review that we're doing today.
Yes, today, number
Remember?
50.
Number
Yeah,
50,
I
big
do.
celebration. So you're just in time. Here you go. Help me with the balloons
All right.
while I practice celebrating. Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
That's enough. So, did you bring the documentation with you at least?
Yeah,
Do you
I got
know?
it. I got everything with me.
Fantastic.
Prepared as ever.
As always.
As always. As ever, yeah. Never
As
ever.
never. So tell me, whose video is the lucky one that we're reviewing today?
Well, today we're gonna watch a video made by Pavel, and Pavel is from Gozo, from the beautiful island.
Ooh,
And
nice.
well, he wrote us an email and told us a little bit about his equipment. And he was using a Panasonic LX15,
Okay.
and he used Keldon lights with a spectrum filter in an iCloud housing. And he was
Nice.
using an Enon wide-angle wet lens. And
Right.
for some shots, he said he was using a GoPro, which
Okay.
was attached to his weight belt.
Okay.
And yeah, and oh yeah, very important point. He was doing that all during holding his breath. So it's going to be a free diving video.
A free diving
Yeah.
video. We haven't really had too many of those.
Yeah.
Excellent, Pavel. I'm really looking forward to that. But before we start the video, I think we really do have to
Oh, yeah.
celebrate this a little bit. Let's just try not to burn down the office. Pavel, I'm sorry, we can't really give you a piece of that cake, but we'll have it for you while we watch the video. And happy 50th review, guys.
Yeah.
To many more of these reviews that we will be able to do here on the channel.
Yeah, looking forward.
Looking forward to that too. All right, enough sentimental stuff. Let's get into the video and see what Pavel has prepared for us, shall we?
Yes.
Let's do this.
It.
Wow.
Cool.
What do you say?
I like that.
Me too. Thank you so much, Pavel. That was great to watch. That was a very good start into the day, to be quite honest. Yeah, very different to a lot of the submissions that we've had so far. And I also think specifically because it was all on breath holding, on free diving.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. What did you write down, Sebastian?
Wow, first of all, um, it was very short, but it
Hmm.
was very, like, at the same time, it was very entertaining. It's like you dove right into it, and it's like bam, 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 and yeah, it was fun to watch.
Hmm.
And the first thing I wrote down was I like the perspectives. They're very nice and very unique perspectives.
Hmm.
Like the
Hmm.
one attached to the weight belt. I like that one. You cannot do too many of those shots.
Yeah,
It's like after a few times, it's getting
yeah,
repetitive, and I won't say boring, but like don't
but
use it too much.
yeah,
But like
agreed.
the window shot, the window shot where the freediver is going
Hmm.
by and
Hmm.
stuff like that, or entering into the wreck and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So yeah, I liked it very much. Yeah, and
Mm.
then it came very good along with the music, like with the speed ramping, with the cut on the beat,
Yeah.
and yeah. Sorry, and yeah, it made it fun to watch. Yeah,
It
and very
made it fun
interesting.
to
Yeah,
watch. Absolutely.
very
It was
interesting.
really, yeah, it was really fun to watch, and because you kept it so short. Also, Pavel, it was very entertaining, and you didn't even realize that. I think it was like a minute and a half, but you didn't even realize that it just passed
Yeah,
by. It
exactly.
was also because you were using very quick cuts. Constantly something was happening, and there was a new perspective, which made it really, really enjoyable and pleasing to watch. I agree with the music. I think you've chosen some really powerful, good music, which is fantastic. I personally really enjoyed I'd call it hero shot, where the free diver is sitting on the outside of the wreck, and you do
Yeah,
like a semicircle around him while he's just, watching out into the distance. I
yeah,
really enjoyed that shot. I
like that too. Yeah.
don't think I'm not sure if the speed ramping was really necessary there in that specific shot. I think it would have been just as good if it had been just, a slow motion semicircle around that person, but it was within your style, and you kept that style throughout the entire video. So it worked. It worked for me there too, but I don't know if it really needed to be there.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it was the music. If it was necessary for the music to
Hmm.
to
Yeah,
keep along
yeah,
with the
yeah.
music.
I really love the POV type of shots.
Mm.
As you said, very unique perspective, especially being a free diver. You move quicker through the water. You get not different perspectives, but it just looks different too. And I really enjoyed that. What I was missing a little bit, and I think that's something that you can probably work on, is a variety of shots. I mean, we had wide angle shots, we had these POV shots. What I was really missing is having the camera maybe placed somewhere inside the wreck and then coming and diving into the wreck. So you have the camera stationary somewhere, because I don't know how deep this wreck was, but if you were free diving on there, um, I guess it was possible to do more than just a couple of free dives. You could have placed the camera down there in one free dive, come back up and do a second or a third one, and just go through the wreck and swim over the camera somewhere so that the camera was stationary. And I think it would have given it a bit of a change from the moving shots to some stationary shots, which would make the whole thing a little more diverse and even a little more dynamic, I think, with the different variety of shots. So that's just something that I noticed. I probably would have tried to include one or two of these stationary shots of the camera just not moving at all, and the free diver just, you know, entering the wreck and swimming over the camera or something like that. Um, so that's one of well, probably the only one really, point of improvement from my side. We need to talk about the colors in a minute as well. Do you
Yeah.
have anything else?
No, we can go ahead with the colors. I think you covered everything for the perspective stuff and camera angles.
There's one thing that I would like to discuss a little further though before we get to the colors, and that's the speed ramping. We saw a lot of speed ramping in this video, even though it was a fairly short video. Now I'm curious to hear your thoughts on how you felt the speed ramping, like how it worked within the video for you. Was it did you notice anything at all, or was it just all fitting together for you?
Well, I think that because that's the first time I watched it, and it was so quickly going through the video, like it's 90 seconds
Yeah.
something. I think it worked. It worked okay. There some parts where I wasn't sure if it's like if it was not perfectly executed,
Hmm.
but I think I couldn't remember at which scene it was, so I think it was good for if you watch it the first time. I think if you wouldn't watch it a second time, a third time, you would recognize some more stuff. But I think for yeah, like for publishing it to social media or something, well,
It
very
works
well
fine.
executed, very well
Yeah,
executed. Yeah.
yeah. I have one suggestion or tip maybe, Pavel, that I would like to pass on to you here. For me, some of the speed ramping was a little too short. You know, I like to have a speed ramping where I have a larger amount of footage that I can ramp up and slow down again. So it's a little longer. And I think in some of the scenes it wasn't possible because the original scene wasn't quite long enough to have longer speed ramping intervals in between. So maybe next time, if you want to try this, instead of doing a speed ramping, try to do a jump cut where if you have a shorter clip, instead of doing the speed ramping, just cut a little sequence out of it. So cut like, I don't know, 2 seconds or something out of it and because I think it especially works well when you have the music which goes da 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 dum, where you have several cuts close to.
How'd the music go?
Yeah, I know. Oh man. See, that never happens with Mr. Tiny. He never gives me that kind of crap. Okay.
Sorry.
But I hope you guys understand what I mean. If you have a quick succession of beats on your music, you can instead of doing speed ramping every time, you can do jump cuts. And I think that could work quite well also with footage like that. So that's just something that you might want to try on your next video there, Pavel. Right. So, color.
Color. Well, first of all, I have to say Pavel wrote in his email that he is aware of that the color of the GoPro is a bit off, and he said there was no red, well, there was no value on the red
Hmm.
channel, so you couldn't like adjust for
Yeah.
it. He didn't clarify if he was using any red filter or
Yeah.
if he used a very not that dense red filter to
Since
get back.
he was using the spectrum filters, right? The ambient light filters.
Yeah, for the Keldon, yeah.
So I'm
So
guessing that
he was.
he was using a red filter on the camera as well.
Me too, but it didn't mention,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, so for that, I think the tip use a red filter it's not working. Um, so for me, what I thought is like, okay, if you have like your shots you really want to have in your video,
Mm.
and you know they are like they're missing the red color,
Yeah.
why not starting at the beginning and saying, okay, we go for a more desaturated
Yeah.
look. I think it works
Hmm.
quite good for like a very short video and for something like sports and like freediving
Mm.
stuff. Like, okay, you take the look for the whole video and say, okay,
Yeah.
everything gets a little bit
Yeah.
desaturated, and so you can cover up
Yeah.
for the missing values on the red channel on the GoPro or something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, either that way, or you know, if it's dominantly in the blue color spectrum, just go for a bluish look.
Yeah.
You know, just go and just use that to your advantage. And go for a bluish look. Try to push everything more towards the bluish side. Desaturation is a good idea, I think. You can even think about having it completely in black and
Black and
white
white, yeah.
because wrecks normally look cool in black and white. Because there's normally, unless really have a lot of growth on them, there's not a lot of color on the wrecks per se. So they make a good object for turning them into a black and white film. So yeah, that's probably also what I would say. Desaturate, maybe black and white, or go the other way and say, okay, we're going to be pushing the blue channels, the blue colors a little more and
Yeah.
making the whole film just yeah bluisher in that way.
Yeah. Just find a way to cover it up if you
Yeah,
need the shots.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But like if we talk about the story, I think that it has worked well. I mean, we've seen a lot of different shots. Um, it wasn't entirely clear to me who all these free divers were. Maybe a little introduction or something, but I understand that with a 90-second film, you don't really have time, not much time to do that. And you jumped right into the film, so there wasn't much time at the beginning. But it wasn't distracting. It didn't bother me too much.
Yeah, well, for me personally, because in his email he wrote or he has his own freediving school. So I was like,
Oh, okay.
okay, if I'm watching this video
Yeah,
online, like Facebook, Instagram, whatever, it's like, wow, that is a very cool freediving school. It looks fun to
yeah,
go diving with
yeah.
that, guys. And then the story perfectly works fine.
It
I mean,
does. Yeah,
that's.
I agree. With that little bit of background information that
I'm
I
sorry that
didn't
holding it
have.
back. Yeah, I was holding it back. Um, yeah,
Yeah, Pavel, I think that worked very well, and with that information on the table, it makes absolute sense to showcase what your free diving school is doing, and how such probably a free diving course or a trip that you do with your free diving school looks. So for promotional purposes, I think
yeah,
that's a very good piece that you've put together here. So yeah, congrats on producing this really nice piece of underwater imagery. I really enjoyed, immensely enjoyed
me
watching
too.
that, and I think it is a really good fit for our 50th review that we're making or
Definitely.
have
Yeah,
made today.
definitely.
So thank you so much, Pavel, for submitting this. Do you have anything else you would like to add?
No,
No,
no.
you're
Um,
speechless.
totally happy. I think we can watch it again now.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that, guys. If you want to watch it again as well, the link to the video is going to be down in the video description, and also to Pavel's channel. Feel free to head over there and have a look at all the other content that he's got on there. Leave a like, leave a subscription, say hello from the two of us. And while you're at it,
Then
okay, you need a couple more reviews to get back into it. You've been missing.
I'm totally into it. If you guys want us to review, oh no,
Yes,
you want to go on
yes,
the submit
yes,
and like.
I
Yeah,
do.
I'm sorry. Maybe
Yeah,
you should,
maybe,
Mr. Tiny.
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Now,
He's
guys,
easier.
if you're already in visiting other people's YouTube channel and giving likes and subscriptions away, think about hitting that like button and giving up the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.
That would be cool. I'd like that.
Me too.
Mr. Tiny too.
And if you guys want us to review one of your underwater videos on our Thursday reviews, then write us an email with a link to your video to.
Contact@matthiaslebo.com. And then it's gonna go into the line. There's still probably about 6-7 months of wait until we get to the video that you submit now, but there is a way how you can get around it.
Oh wow! Now you're challenging me. Well, there is a membership on the YouTube channel. You find the link down in the description below.
No, just
No?
underneath the video.
Okay, underneath the video,
The
there is
button
a
that's
button.
what
You
does
can
it
click
say?
it.
Become a member.
Okay,
Quite easy.
okay.
Yeah, click that button. It's going to take you to the description page and will tell you what other benefits you'll get apart from having your submission prioritized. And at the same time, by doing this, you're also supporting this channel a little bit and helping us out a little bit financially so we can keep continuing making these reviews and the other videos that we publish regularly here on the channel. So we appreciate all of your help very much there. That's about it from my side.
For mine as well.
Excellent. Thank you guys. Whoa, thank you so much, guys, for being with us today. We are going to dig into this delicious cake now, and we will see you
Next week.
next week. Take care, guys. See you next
Bye.
Thursday. Bye bye.